How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Real Talk Podcast with your host, Kristen Victorian. As per usual, we're going to kick things off with a snapshot of the Texas economy. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Here, collegestation.com posted an article on February 16th, 2025, summarizing what they project will occur based on the data collected over the past year. They said, quote, the Texas economic outlook for 2025 highlights a resilient economy facing challenges such as a dip in job growth and potential trade obstacles. Despite these risks, the state's strong labor market, budget surplus, and growth in smaller cities provide a foundation for optimism, end quote. Here, collegestation.com also mentions that international migration resulted in an 18% increase in population growth, also citing that job growth in 2024 was projected to hit 2% or more. However, it actually was at 1.7% and is projected to decrease by 0.1% this year. It's also important to note that according to this article, inflation rates in Texas are below the national average. However, businesses are bracing for the possibility that prices will surge in the near future. This is what they refer to as cautious optimism. In my previous episode, we discussed tariffs and the varying projections of the turnout. We also went into a bit more detail as per the numbers to compare with the data. 2020 was rough due to COVID, and we all had to recover from that. Houston is performing beautifully, as they always have been for quite some time now. However, Austin is still coming back from that. With major layoffs in tech, we're definitely feeling the impact on the labor force and thus the economy. Despite the obvious challenges, again, as we mentioned previously, Texas is a major producer overall, and that's what propels us towards success. There is a plethora of opportunities across the various markets in this great state. We must keep up with the trends to stay informed of the progress of our economy. Excuse me. As per the bread of life, I do have a couple scriptures that I'd like to share with you all. The first being Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. And it reads, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. I love this scripture because it speaks on perspective. Oftentimes, we tend to dwell on what we don't like about a particular thing or individual, opposed to taking the time out to intentionally focus on the good. There is beauty in all things. It's up to us to see it. A limited perspective warped by cognitive dissonance impairs our ability to truly be free. It restricts us from loving ourselves, thus, we struggle with one another. Growth begins where comfort ends. Step outside of your comfort zone and dare to be the version of yourself that you've always dreamed of, the you that you've always aspired to be. The other scripture that I'd like to share is Romans chapter 8, verse 28, and it reads as follows. We know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those whom love God and are called according to his purpose for them. This one is self-explanatory. Trust in the Lord our God. There is no room for doubt, worry, anxiety, fear, uncertainty, etc. When you fully trust God, it requires us to let go. Yolanda Adams said, the battle is not ours, it is the Lord's. Thus, we owe it to ourselves to embrace the challenges with confidence, knowing that it's all going to work out in our favor because we have favor with our Father, the Most High. If there are any among you who are in critical need of shelter in the Austin area, please message me for information on resources for yourself and or your family. As always, I value your time and look forward to speaking with you all again soon. My name is Kristen Victorian, your Texas Realtor, and this is Real Talk Podcast episode 17. See you soon.